Going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are heading down to North Carolina to Wade Hampton Golf Club for our True Sim rounds this week. I've never heard of this course, never played it. Don't know the conditions, don't know what I'm getting myself into. But we're gonna do like we do every week, just show up and try and play well. Really, not much method to the madness beyond that. Yeah, hope everybody had a good weekend. Map, I see you coming in here first. Love to see that. I haven't had somebody come in and say first in a long time. Takes me back. The old Twitch days. Feels like a throwback, right? Like it's like a very I'm sure it still happens quite a bit, but it feels like throwback Twitch. Like there was something for just trying to be the first person in the chat. Just show up and whack it. I mean, it's in your name, man. How's it going, dude? Count as a Twitch OG, made the account in 2018. I mean, I know I'm not an OG, and I made my account in 2015. Started streaming in 2016. Yeah, I'm definitely not back there with the, Justin TV guys. All right, we're gonna go bold. We're going power drive off the tee. First swing, only 1.4 degree pull. That's pretty good. Pretty good power drive for not having played since Wednesday. Given enough time, we all become unks. You either live long enough to become an unk. What's the Batman quote? You either die an unk or live long enough to see yourself. I don't know, something along that line. Either die a nephew or live long enough to see yourself become an unk. Yeah, there you go. I thought that foot lie was gonna take me more left. All right, what scoring look like this week? See, when I say I show up and play, I also mean that I've just stopped looking at the leaderboard. I truly just show up and see what I can do. I have not the slightest clue how the course plays in any facet. I load it up, look at the conditions, play the round. Try not to look at the leaderboard throughout, because when I'm cognizant of where other people are at or how I'm playing, that's when I start to play worse. So I try and just stay in the moment. Oh, I left it open. Dang, that's gonna hit the fairway instead. 4-degree miss, that'll do it. Okay, so I have to be a little more to the left on that follow through feel. All right, let's see how are we painting this picture, Colby? Yeah, what's going on, Hulk? How are you doing, man? I underswung it. Had the right read. Spoiler leaderboards in game. I mean, I get why they're there. I just know that I start to personally lose a lot of focus with it. Because all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I need this, or I'm ahead. Yeah, that sort of thing, and I definitely start to feel more pressure. It's just about trying to stay in the flow state as much as you can. There we go. There we go. Gotta try and make sure we hit it firm enough. I don't know, I feel like I'd rather be on like the slight overpower than the slight under. That's what we need. That's what we need. If we can just rock perfect power drives all day, then we can give ourselves some opportunities to go for some scores. Problem is, I really don't know how this is gonna play. I'm kind of nervous about it, to be honest. Oh, of course now I go closed. Yep. Concerned about being short and landing on that instead. I don't know how people attack these. It's like very firms with tailwinds. Like, what's the way that the top players are going in on those? How do you like guarantee that you're gonna be close, or is it just everybody's such a good putter at the top that these don't concern them at all? Yeah, what's going on, Jay Fields? How's it going, dude? Welcome back. We alright? Oh, I hate this. The double break is still one that I'm like really struggling to get the picture painted correctly, basically. Nice. There we go. That's what we like to see. I know it takes a while to get there, but that's the kind of stuff we need. Now, obviously, we're playing True Sim today, so like we're not gonna have the grids. So being able to determine that is gonna obviously be a bit tougher. These greens do not break a lot. That's what I'm very quickly learning. Okay, we're in between very firms. I gotta get this pretty far back. I pulled it. It's always my struggle with the partial shots. Okay, see, I see people hit these. I feel like I see people hit these all the time. Oh, I hit the fairway, so it's gonna roll. I don't know, I gotta figure something out. I feel like at that distance I don't ever feel fully confident on what to do. Just don't understand how people hit 108s. Or even just consistent overpowers. 10 yards, very firms. It's on a downslope. See, this is where things get a little dicey. Gonna hit the choked approach. Closed. Man, I am... Keep moving that point. Alright, well, we're gonna have a heck of a time trying to get this one going. Don't think I got it far left enough. I know it moves back. Yeah. I don't know, are we reaching... Why do I have this... I have this feeling we're starting to reach the point of... care being a concern. Yeah, you can't be that far off, Colby. Can't be that far off. Hey, what up, UC? OCD just took control of you? Had to do a load of laundry that turned into cleaning your room and your bathroom? Is that OCD? I mean, I know I have OCD tendencies, or at least that's what I've told myself for a long time. Yeah, there's just something you get on a roll. It's like, well, it's kind of like a, I don't know, is it OCD or is it just reminds me that, like, if you give a mouse a cookie, right? Like, well, gotta clean, well, you know what, this is also dirty, let me do that. Oh, well, while I'm here, like, oh, it only needs a little bit more until it's, like, all fully clean. I mean, I know that I definitely get into fits like that. But, I mean, now it's all nice and done. Won't have to worry about it anymore. I sure as heck thought, with that being very firms, that would do something more there. Gonna do that to me, really? Yeah, I get in those fits. My wife will be like, I thought you were cleaning this or you were doing this. I was like, well, yeah, I was, but also I needed to do this, and then like I started like I definitely get in that. I definitely get in that rut myself. This is we'll see how this goes. Oh, that's some firm rough there. We did lose quite a bit of distance on that. Got promoted from CCD to B as well. Nice. Yeah, I took a peek at some of the Pro Tour promotions and then kind of stopped taking a look at it, but yeah, definitely pretty nice to see some people moving up. Oh, yep. I did the thing where I hesitate at the top of my swing. I wasn't confident on it. What's going on, Yeet? Jim, welcome back. Himina, how are you doing? Too many tempting holes on this course. Learn real quick to play it safe. I mean, it all comes down to how confident you are in yourself and consistency. There you go. Your normal 2-putt where you leave yourself 17 feet short. Yeah, you gotta have confidence and commitment on those shots. See, it's like I don't love this. Don't love this because I have this it's very firm with tailwinds. I'm leaving myself a good way in, but it's awkward otherwise. I don't know. I don't love it. Like, as soon as I did it, I was not really a fan. I thought the elevation was going to take more out of that and that I would land a little bit further down the hill. What's going on, Danny? Wish EA would make another golf game. Love golfing on Battlefield 4 maps. Well, I mean, EA did make another golf game a couple years ago. There's the EA Sports PGA Tour. But they pretty well stopped supporting it, and I think the player base for it largely fizzled out. Go on, drift that little bit more to the left. Get in there. On-course reference points better to coincide with the yardage book. Yeah, the dotted lines I feel like aren't as good as they used to be. You have to kind of find, like, this doesn't have much to work with other than, yeah, maybe the edges of the green. Or the trail, or the path rather, but yeah, when there's bunkers and stuff, trying to use that as a guide is definitely a good idea. Oh, it's 2K. Yeah, it's been mostly 2K. EA came out with their game like 2.5 years ago, I think, at this point. I think it came out 2023, right around the Masters. But personally, I prefer 2Ks. I have a much better time with it. Very firms. 6-iron should chase back a bit. Perfect control. Specifically for True Sim, this week's course. Yeah, I mean, True Sim all the time. The yardage book you gotta use to see, like, you know, am I laying up? You know, where am I laying up to? Where should I be aiming? What distance am I gonna get if I play it over here? That's the last one? The last one was like 2018. So back in like 2018, I believe it would have been the Golf Club 2019 featuring the PGA Tour. It was published by 2K, still the same studio that's doing these games. Then in 2020, they released PGA Tour 2K21, studio published by 2K. Then during that game cycle, they bought the studio, and now we've had 2K23 and now 2K25. So they're still iterating over it, but yeah, EA has they re-entered, and I don't think had as much success as they were hoping to, and all signs have kind of been just a lack of support for the game. Oh, come on, man. They keep teasing me with these diagonal spins. Not a golfer, though. Favorite golf game was Tiger Woods on the Wii. I had Tiger 06 on the PS2, and I had Tiger Woods 2010, I want to say 10 on the Wii. And then I hadn't played a golf game in quite a long time. Played a couple hours of the Golf Club 2019 because it was free on Game Pass years ago. And then I got into 2K21, started playing. We played a thing called TGC Tours, which is basically like a third-party competitive online career mode, so to speak. Weekly tournaments, progression through ranks up and down, that sort of thing. Ton of fun, adds a ton to the experience. Just gonna hold out straight there, isn't it? Oh man, we dialed that up very nicely. We motion play. Oh yeah, that was the little dongle that you plugged into the back. I feel like the most use I got out was it Wii Sports Resort, which I think is what really kind of pushed that dongle anyway. The Wii was good times. Wii was definitely a good time. Well, that should get a nice hop. Lovely. This is a shootout this week, Busey? What, CC is? I believe it. It's pretty easy. Best way to experience Resident Evil 4 is on the Wii because the controllers make you feel like you're playing even more than PSVR. I guess it makes sense that that would be on the Wii. I didn't realize that there were Resident Evil games on the Wii. This is coming from a guy who played a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare on his Wii growing up, because having younger sisters, I got outvoted on the Xbox. We ended up with a Wii instead. So, you know, had to game how you could. Oh, I closed it on like back-to-back swings, man. Yo, Fly Guy, I'm good. How are you? I was playing some Mega Bonk this weekend. Got my first Forest Tier 3 clear, for those who are familiar with the bonking ways. Casino in Vegas. You've been begging her, so you went and got it with the Wii Fit, like an early Christmas gift. There you go. Yeah, we had the Wii Fit. I had like all of my Guitar Heroes and Rock Bands and stuff for it. Like, I definitely had a ton of the normal games as much as I could. Eventually, I did get an Xbox 360 for Christmas. Had the Kinect, you know, the black, like, slim edition that came with the Kinect. I remember playing the, like, Kinect sports game, trying to play ping pong with your hand on, like, the highest difficulty. That was a very tough achievement to get. Playing, like, beach volleyball and stuff. Kinect, now that you think of it, is definitely a little bit creepier with the camera and stuff, but those certainly were some innovative days. I always remember thinking that the, like, PlayStation version of that stuff was so goofy, because they just had like 2 remotes with like the ball sensors on the end. Come on, pitching wedge, you got this. We're sticking them close. Can't quite. Can't quite get him to roll in. Getting rid of the Wii? Kinect's so excited for it. Yeah. The Kinect had like some fun things on it, but there wasn't enough. There definitely wasn't enough. My parents actually still have our old Wii console. My wife doesn't want it right now because she knows all the like Guitar Hero and Rock Band equipment and stuff. Like, we don't really have anywhere good to store it. So who knows, I might end up with that stuff at some point. I have like all my old consoles though. I have so many. Will I ever use them again? Who knows? How can I just be that short? And it just dies on the slope. Because I have my PS5 on my desk here with my PC, but I have in my closet, I have my old Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS Lite, and then I have my PS2, PS3, PS4, got my Xbox 360, my Xbox One is downstairs, I have the slim Xbox 360 and like the OG Xbox One downstairs. I've got a GameCube, an NES, and a Sega Genesis. Will I ever use those things again? I don't know, but it really... It's like the one thing, like if I would be a collector of anything, I guess it's consoles. Oh, and we have a Switch. We also have a Switch. Can't forget about that. Roy in 2015 is the one you were thinking about that had a Battlefield map? Took forever to find it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so the thing is, Danny, the last EA game has no course creator. The 2K games have course creators, so people have actually... I don't know about the Battlefield map, but I know there are creators that have recreated like some of the Tiger Woods challenge courses from some of the old games. I don't know what years they were in, but Predator and some of those things have all been ported over. Need a shelf unit, display them all? What, instead of the green screen, be like the creators that have like a cool background with all the consoles and stuff? Yeah, maybe one day. I don't know, I like the... I've had the green screen look for so long. Back in the day before I had a green screen, it was just... I had no, like, cool background. It was just... I tried to have as blank of a background as I could. I mean, for one period of time, I was in, like, a studio basement apartment setup, and so, like, you could see, like, part of the, like, bed and stuff behind. Hey, take it easy, Danny. Thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Half your systems and cords? Yeah, I have them all in the boxes. Although the PS3 is in the GameStop box that I bought it in. But yeah, I was good about keeping those things all in their original boxes. Made it easy for all the times that we moved. Like just between college and then apartment to apartment and house to house. Yo, what up, D-Brad? Thank you for the luck, sir. Thank you. Yeah, it's just in time. It do be plat time. Or not plat time, that's Wednesday. It do be trucive time. getting my days confused. Alright, so we finished T4 last week. I mean, Siberian and Scud were out by a lot, but yeah, otherwise we were right there at the top of that next pack. Feels good, man. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can kind of follow up that performance. Something else that's good. I've heard that there's some tests around here, so we'll have to be smart, keep it in play, try and hit some good approaches, and just take it from there. So we're gonna take a quick 2-minute breather here, I think. Right? Yeah, 2 minutes. And then we'll dive on in. So thank you all for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, can always drop a like, helps me out immensely. You could drop a follow and sub if you think you want to come back here in the future. Who knows? That's up to you. All right, I'll be right back.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, let's do it. Also, in case anybody's curious, intramural champion. Yeah, that's right. All right. Playing off the tips here. Medium wins, firm, moderate. All right, I mean, on paper, not bad, but we'll see. A lot of times when they throw stuff like that at us, it means that the pins are maybe a little bit tougher. Medium high difficulty, but in a fun way. I'll be the judge of that, D-Brad. All right, 551 yards. Looks like you can send it down there, but it's way downhill and cambered. So if I aim it up there, I'm gonna expect the wind to kind of keep me left and then kick me back down to the right. A little bit pulled, and that's heading straight into the crap. Unless we get like a mega kick out of there. No, we're not going to. Okay, these do not get out near what I want them to, right? Especially because my recovery stat is not that great. So I should be smart. And lay this up. I think this is the wise play here. Come on, firm bounce. Little release? No. Okay. So we gotta make this putt to try and get birdie on the first. I mean, we pulled the first shot, so now we get to find out how the greens are rolling. That's saying baby left to right. Yeah, I can see that. This sucks. Not fun. Not sure what you're going on about, D-Brad. This is terrible. All right, let's bounce back. Not how I was hoping to start, but here we are. Balls below the feet. So it's gonna... Okay, I got really concerned with the way that it looked like it was coming into that false front, that I was gonna just be like hopping and spinning right back down. I was about to be very, very sad. Alright, good bounce back. Could be 2 through 2, that's fine. Not get too hung up on it. Hybrid down the hill, downwind. That's gonna be long. It's moderate though, so if I go with this, it's not gonna get there. So what do we need to do? Let's see if I take it back. If I take it back 5%, are we... I guess that's the question. How far is 5% actually going to be? Is 5% going to be 12 yards? Because that would be too much off. I think what we could do instead is try and overpower this. That might be better. Better case Ontario. I didn't need to overpower it. Gosh darn it. I really thought downwind and whatnot, like, I don't know. Thought with it being the choke club and everything, it wasn't going to get as far. But maybe 103 is just too much overpower. Maybe I only needed 101, 102. Just carried, like, too much. That says it's breaking back right to left. They're like fairly flat up top, and then it takes a dip. How much though? Like the last half of the putt, maybe the last 40%. Actually starts to maybe turn a little bit more before that. My problem is I like grossly misread how much the putt was gonna break on that last one. I had just like straightened out through there and continued to roll. Okay, having a hard time reading these right now. They're not breaking near as much. So I'm definitely gonna have to start reading a little bit less into them. I left it a hair open, which is honestly the ideal miss. That's rude. Come on, man. Really? Just hard kicks. Needless to say, I'm disappointed by the way that it's bouncing off of these fairways. Feel like I'm getting a little bit of the old shaftaroo. Overshot it. How the wind doesn't knock it down, I don't know. Okay, I changed the read a little bit. Rev, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you doing today? We're trying to overcome the course at the moment. Getting some not great bounces on things. I'm doing pretty well. They started work on finishing our basement over the weekend, so I'm pretty pumped about that, not gonna lie. Looking forward to that eventually. I know it's gonna be a minute, but looking forward to that for sure. I pulled it. We were definitely in a decent spot, had we not. Is that flat at our feet? What do we got here? I think so. Flat for a little bit, then it starts to turn. Man, these putts are just not turning. They look like they turn so much more than they do. Oh man. Be a rough day at the office here today, isn't it? Speaking of rough day at the office, any others? Please raise your hand if you were affected by the AWS outages today. Spent so much of my day just kind of staring. Refreshing for updates, checking if things had come back online. Oh, no! Oh, if that doesn't land on the fringe. If that doesn't land on the fringe, man. Can't catch a break. Can't catch a break. You found the putting to be the hardest at the start? Yeah, I'm hoping it, like, just at the start of every round, or just at the start of the tournament in general. Let's hammer it home. What's going on, Darren? What's fitting would you suggest for straighter hitting? I mean, technically shaping. Because shaping would allow you to hit it straighter with less penalty, but... I mean, swing path and contact are going to be for your most forgiveness. Like, if you mean, like, hitting it on the line that you intend it to, then, yeah, it's going to be swing plane and, or swing path and contact. You're talking about, like, truly the straightest shots, then shaping. Depends on how literally you define that. You had some build servers down, Matt? Yeah, we had entire, like, pipelines that were... We had, like, like, EC2 instances and stuff that wouldn't spin up. ECS things that wouldn't restart. Good times. See, now it snaps. All right. Well, apparently I'm just gonna be annoyed at this course the whole time. Super fun. Super fun when you get into stuff like that. Oh, we are so awkwardly in between. Try and throw some loft and spin on this guy and, like, knock distance off. All right. Breeze were not friendly, Mills. Yeah, I am struggling with them so far. Can't get a read on the greens. I've been high, low, like lipped the first putt. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be one of those. Now we're low on the last two. I don't know what it is. My headspace isn't great. For whatever reason. Like, we're swinging well, but... something just about, like, my overall mental approach where I don't feel as in it as I should be for competitive stuff. Why doesn't the wind bring it back? Or rather, why was it so far out to the right? Okay, it's not as much break. There we go. Alright, well, a meh 4 under going out that probably could have been 6 or better had first putt dropped and then we don't get a kick just like straight off the fairway. I can apparently not judge these things at all. Decent lie, but uphill. I think I'm gonna take this. I don't know. This is gonna roll like crazy, but I think if I took the 216, I was way too short. It's a lot straighter at the end. A little bit of break early, and then it's straight. That's still low. Alright, come on, let's just do something on the back nine. Let's do something on the back nine. 68, 70, 83, wind in the face. 85, 86, wind in the face. So this is like a 195. Yeah, this will be fine. Left it open. Baby right to left. Okay, I'm starting to get a feel for how these greens are breaking. At least when they look like they're not breaking a lot and actually like getting that correct. This is 21 feet. 291 is back here. It's also like I don't think this wind's gonna carry very far. I think what we do, try and play the overpower. Did I hit a 3-wood? How did I get reset to a 3-wood? Gosh darn it, game. Thing is, like, the lob shot sucks. But I have to take it. Cool. Cool. Big left to righter. How much is it actually, though? Okay, it's got a decent break. It's just a little low still. NFL ever get called gridiron in the US at all anymore? I don't think so. I haven't heard the term gridiron in quite a while. It's not to say that it's not used from time to time, but definitely not something that I ever call it. I feel like the last time I heard gridiron was actually like a football video game, like an indie football video game, I think, used that term. On the gridiron? Yeah. What up, Ears? How was your weekend, man? Hope all was well with you. I'm trying to mentally push through this. I don't know if it's just I don't want to play golf or if it's the course or what, because I feel like it was kind of like when we fired it up. Definitely just a weird mood overall. Went to your daughter's wedding in Colorado? Hope that was a fantastic time. And hopefully the travels weren't too bad either. Ah, man, I knew that snapped. Just trying to power through it for that exact reason. I'm gonna take a little bit off of this. Try and hit just a little bumpier choke driver. Great day for an outdoor wedding. Flights were mostly smooth. Good. Yeah, the last thing you need on top of all the stresses of everything going on with that is travel plans to be upended by anything. Man, that's kicking. Okay, so this breaks a lot. This actually breaks a lot. Come on, man. Give it to me. Been the putts. It's been mostly the putts. Some of the approach game. Some unlucky stuff. I mean, we're still trending towards double digits under, but Definitely not the best feeling round. $155. Oh, we're hitting a fade like right at it. That's it. Hit it a little firm. 1% overpower. Okay, we've had a couple of these. Then it's down the hill. Nah. Overswung, overadjusted. Eight iron into the 180s. Take a little off. Is what? Well, let's see, like 168, 178. Yeah, this could be pretty far actually. We're in between. Let's take just a little bit off of it. That's 2% under what I want it to be. Alright, well I think this is like the first green that we've missed. Alright, par 5 to finish it. I mean, at this point, what do we have to lose? Smoke a power drive. Just try and give ourselves some semblance of opportunity. Hey, it landed on the green, so that's good. Got that for eagle. Okay. All right, we get to 10. We get to 10. It's not a pretty 10, but it's 10. I don't know. I gotta stay true to my word that double digits is always like what you're aiming for at a minimum. Disappointed with how some of those kicks and shots and putts and everything went, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, well, I mean, Bubs and Hendo there with 13 and 12, but a very disappointed 10 comes in third through one round so far. I mean, it's only Monday. We got other people to play, but I guess our disappointment could be worse. All right, let's take a quick 2-minute breather, and then we'll run it back for round number 2. Appreciate y'all. See you very shortly.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, let's do it. Round 2. Let's have a better round. Winds are now high, normal, firm, moderate. So fairway's less bumpy, or not bumpy, but less bouncy. We've got the same green speeds going on, so hopefully everything that we kind of got used to there, we can take our round 1 knowledge and rock and roll with it. Now this is downhill, quite downwind. I think I'm still gonna take the big dog and just throw it up there in a way that we get it up the left-hand side. Maybe didn't want to get it that far up the left-hand side, kick right out into the fairway. Okay, I think I was a little too inside. Did I push it? Pull it? What did I... I'm actually not entirely certain where my thumb feel is for that. Well, we'll find out very, very shortly. Come on, win now. Didn't get me to the front edge of the fairway. Ran out of wind carry in there. I really thought we were gonna carry onto the front of the green, have a really nice run at it. Instead, we crest this hill flat with a little breaker back down towards the right. Are not flat, a little bit below the feet. I'm having a hard time seeing what's going on. Oh, it hit. What is that? It hit like these. It hit wobbles and then didn't break as much to the right. Hate seeing that. I hate seeing the wobbles. Wobble-dee, wobble-dee, wobble, wobble. Okay, well, that was the best unplanned open I could have had, because otherwise I'm straight in the crap, because I could not see that pinch from the tee box. Ah, this is awkward. Yeah, this is definitely awkward. Open again. Okay, need a more left finish. This has certainly got some break. Holy cow. Up over the hill. It's definitely breaking all the way through, and then it's like even more at the end. Just over the top. Close. Shot 83 today, Veritas. Get in there, dude. I'm playing 9 tomorrow. Hopefully I can break 83 as well. No, I'm hoping I can shoot. Hoping I can shoot in the 40s. That would make me happy. We'll see though. We shall see. Because golf is hard. Overpowered it because I thought I needed it. Tough pin. Very, very tough pin. Actual PGA Tour style yardage book. I think the hard part, Whacker Guy, is they have to make the stuff like programmatic, right? It has to work on every course. It's one thing like if they had it like EA where it was just a set of courses. But the fact that they... The fact that they have so many courses and they're all user designed. Low. Dang it. Just trying to make everything work dynamically. Think they could do it? I mean, they might. I think the question always for them is like, you know, is it, how much is it actually used? Because I think they put these harder difficulty and sim type things in, but I don't think overall, like, it's their main demographic by any stretch. This is gonna take the hard kick left into the crap again, isn't it? So annoying. So annoying. Like, the majority of players, like, we're forever in the minority. The majority of players, you know, are happy to play pro, and that be, like, the only thing they play. Right, I think even before they started catering more to casuals in 2K21, and, like, before that, I still don't think it was ever quite to that extent. Closed it. Oh no, man, my brain is not here right now. I don't even think it's fully, like, the course or anything. I just don't think. Don't think my brain cares. More tools with more info, people try harder difficulties. I mean, you could make the argument that more tools makes the harder difficulties less hard. But it is a weird balance of things where the swing input difficulties can only be so difficult. Like, you just kind of reach an upper bound with it. Because you can't realistically, like, there's no third dimension to a joystick to bring in thin shots and fat shots and everything. So people who are good at hitting inputs are good at hitting inputs, and, like, I like this style better than 2K21 and 3, where, like, the harder difficulties, it got down to, like, basically you had to hit an impossible precision mark, and then it's just cheesable because you just consistently miss the same way instead. I have had so many of these putts where they just don't want to go in. Well, at least the Flyers won. Woo. $41. I mean, gonna go a little long. If I can hit this perfect. Well, there's the underswing. Might be exactly what we need. It is exactly what we need. All right. Don't tell me what to do, Veritas. I think I got it handled. Flip it and ship it. Already done. Already done. Can't go for the... Can't go for the Ace of Trust, but can try and drive the green. We'll take it. Spinner up the hill. Underswung. Okay. Missed opportunity for sure. Missed opportunity for sure. No harm, no foul. Playing only irons round? I don't know. I tried some of those like challenges and stuff on 2K23 because I was kind of trying different things, trying to find content opportunities, but I don't know. It wasn't. It didn't feel like it was super sought after. I mean, that's how it felt. That may have just been a me thing. And that's kind of a hard thing with content in general, is like there's such subjectivity and it can vary very much so based on who creates the content. Did not need to loft it up that much. Could have just played it stock. But I did all sorts of stuff. Like, we did impossible challenges, we did... You know, I think I did a round with, like, I only shot behind the head. Driver only. Like, we did a bunch of different things, but... Punch shot only. It just wasn't quite there. . the left-hand side again. Dang. I just cannot seem to get it to be right enough. I think we can maybe get this though. That's too far. Hit the pin? No. Rip. What's going on, Mayor? When in doubt, stick to streaming something you enjoy. The joy comes out naturally as infectious. I know, but it's also that weird thing, Mayor, of like, I've streamed for so long, yet still it's so variable when I switch off of golf to other things. And I have definitely just gotten in my head over the years of like, as much as I'll tell myself from time to time that I don't care, I do care. It's not the same when there's not people or when there's less people. Like it's, you know, comparing is definitely a dangerous thing, but even comparing to yourself is dangerous. Like I'm not at a spot where I should, but I do. Definitely a fault of mine. What's going on, Sea Otter? A mix between John Daly and Hulk Hogan? This is what 69 in every stat looks like. Oh, Mayor, I meant to text you, man. Didn't tell you. Played golf a number of weeks ago. It's my 3rd round of the season. I shot 95. Now we'll see if I have a swing when I go and play 9 tomorrow. Barely played this year? I have played 3 rounds this year. I play 9 tomorrow. Buying the house and losing your golf. Yeah. Money, and then I am finding a new golf partner. We've made friends in our development, which is actually fantastic. So, but it took a while. I didn't play my first round with him until a few weeks ago, and my first round was like 8 months after we had last played at the end of last year. So, yeah, and now we're gonna have a kid in the spring, and I'm gonna golf even less. It's gonna be just a great combo. I'm going choked 8 because I think with this wind, I'm gonna need it. Nope, I cut through. I could have gone with just the regular 7. I thought I needed more. I think I was actually like perfectly lined up for that 7 and just wrong call. Swinging a club in the backyard yet? No, he's not. He's not. He's 2.5 though. Catherine's hoping he's more of like a choir and musical kid, which right now it's kind of shaping up that way. Said he could be like Troy Bolton, be both. Oh, just broke. Also, I know you say about losing the golf partner, but you can't get the lady to play with you enough? Why doesn't want to go out as much as you want to? Okay, this is gonna be a bit much. Come on, don't, the tree. That was online. Needed to be left. Rip. Oh, this is so short. This uphill really, really makes things difficult, doesn't it? 28 yards. Gotta get it at least 19. Just trying to think with this. So if we took a pick shot of 30, uphill to already short of the hole. This is somehow I feel like this is gonna get me in trouble if I try and overpower this. I feel like I need it. I only got 101. It's not gonna release enough. I mean, it's gonna release some, but I needed 102, 103. New user created courses in matchmaking with the new season, Tim. I think they've been trying to put a decent number in as the seasons have changed. I can't give you an exact count though, but I do recognize a good amount of them from, I think, playing them on TGC and such. Underswung. Man, I'm like dancing around the hole. You buy the house, 3 summer weddings out of state, multiple work trips out of state. You have a free weekend, just enjoy each other. Yeah, no, for sure. If you're doing that much go when you have the time, you definitely want to stop, even if it means no golf. 100% gets you on that. Putting is hard to do. Now this kind of reminds me of the conversation that was had in the TGC. I think it was in the Platt channel of Discord, just of like being below the hole instead of pin high. But like I'm always going for the hole out, and I'm also just not great at judging the wins, so you know, it is very easy to end up there and then just be missing putts and such. Definitely missed shots, but it's been a lot more about just not making putts and not executing, or like not aiming the way that we need to. This is a few yards short, so like it becomes the question of 138. I think this could be it. Put a little loft on it. Or wind catching it, or we got a bad fairway lie, I don't really know. Okay. Good getting those in. I mean, it definitely looks by the overall scoring like people are struggling here. At the top, I would assume, though, that we're plenty off the lead. But, I mean, best we can be doing is just taking things one shot at a time. Problem here, 145, 143, the wind's not going to be playing that much. Gotta take a little off of it. And even with all of that, we still end up here. And then you're just left with these 10-foot sliders, and it's... I'd rather it be a hamburger slider, to be honest. Oh, that's snapped. Did not see that coming. Did not see that coming. Alright, it is long and downhill. I mean... Thing is, if we go over towards the water, let the wind take it left. I don't think I had driver in hand again. Gosh darn it, man. That's like, how many times am I gonna reset my club and not have driver in hand again? So frustrating. Okay, got a better lie than I thought. 'Cause my man's like popped out of the sand. Take me out to the green. I want to see how it breaks. Not quite how much I wanted to underswing it, but here we are. All right, 2 to go. We got a par 3, par 5 finish. I mean, I always appreciate a good par 5 finisher. What in the world? This tree on 17. Yeah, what up, Skyline? Well, hopefully we don't touch the tree. Oh, that tree is very much so in the way. Trees are a myth. Still short, though. That is a tall tree. Thought I had enough space. Then again, I probably should have just heeded the warning of everybody else that talked about the tree. Everybody talked about the tree in round 2, and there's water in front of the tree. Here I am like an idiot, just like, oh, I'll hit it over the tree. Yeah, that's what everybody else thought. The prize for being dumb. All of us hit the tree in round 6. I mean, you like almost have to. Like, if you want to try and go for the hole, the tree is your option. For as much as I shaped it, I left it, I underhit it. Okay, we still have an eagle look. Could maybe make something from downtown. It's not a crazy break. Okay. Neat. Neat. A very, I've been very disappointed in my 10 under, 11 under start. But, I mean, based on the other scores, it's definitely not been like a low-scoring fest out here. Did I really shoot the best round too? I'm like out here like just like annoyed with how I'm playing yet. Apparently I just need to be disappointed all the time. I think that tends to be my MO. I think I'm probably the guy that just seems like I'm disappointed the most about playing well, because my expectations are probably higher than they should be. Alrighty then. Well, we'll take that going into the weekend. 2 rounds to go. We will dive right back into it in just a few minutes. We're gonna take a quick 2-minute breather. If you're enjoying the stream, you can drop a like. If you're watching over on YouTube, you can always drop a sub or a follow. Join the Discord, keep up with when we go live. We're playing other games at the moment too. Playing golf right now, but I think we're probably gonna play some Mega Bonk still this week. And then I kind of want to leave it up to you guys again. I should probably make some sort of poll, but hit me up with suggestions here in Discord, whatever. I've got God of War, I've got Lies of P. I'd like to get Silk Song. Silk Song's been, is the new one. I don't think we're gonna start Expedition 33 anytime soon. I do want to play that, but I'm kind of waiting for that one to go on sale. Yeah. That's my self-salad speech. I'll see you guys back here in 2 minutes. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, we back. What's going on, Chuck? All right, Wade Hampton, round 3. What do they got in store for us? Playing off the tips again. Wind's coming back down. Normal, moderate, fast. Okay, so green speeds definitely better. The green firmness rather is better. But green speeds picking up here, which is going to be dangerous because these have been a little slippy, so we'll have to play a little more break. Just bought the game a day ago. Oh, you're just scratching the surface. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Okay, I gotta be more up this tree line is what I'm kind of realizing. Because I've been drifting well out to the left. And I think it's because I'm having a hard time from the tee box judging exactly how far this is going to carry. Okay, so moderate but fast. 203 wind in. It's going to be in the 190s. Have this feeling I have to play this like a soft choked 4-iron. That kind of lucked out because I underhit that, hit it too soft, and it was up the hill, but we got that fairway kick. What normally pains me actually paid off. Okay, so these are slicker. So gotta keep that in mind. Hearing a lot around the round 2 tree. Can't wait to smack it tomorrow. You're pretty much guaranteed to smack it, so. I think you pretty much, if you're going at the hole, you're playing a dangerous game. I got lucky and got through. Maybe take more club than you need. And expect to hit it and get knocked down. I don't know. Or just play away from it. It is definitely an interesting tree placement. For sure. I need to try and visualize this because it's breaking more, and that's I think the part that's really throwing me. Wow. So even though the green speed's higher, that really didn't break at all how I thought. Guaranteed to hit something this year before. What's going on, Andy? Yeah, there's too much knowledge sharing happening. People reading Discord messages and watching streams, although that would kind of be counterproductive here, so continue watching even if you haven't played. I play on swing stick, and right now we are playing on master swing difficulty, but it's closer to legend. So this is at 1.69 difficulty multiplier. We also play at like 1.58 difficulty multiplier with legend swing. $168, but this is like Short with wind. I don't really know how this is gonna fit or how this is gonna play. Still left. Dang. Okay. Good to know that that didn't turn over at all. Like that had too much side spin. I feel like we're getting left to right for the first little bit, and then it straightens out. It straightened out too early. Or didn't break enough at the start, however you wanna think about it. Yeah, we've got no lie grid, no green grid, master swing. It's just us, the yardage book, and the course, pretty much. 229, 233. See, the problem, like, you end up in this weird spot. Like, if I try to take 216, it's only gonna get out to, like, here. And that's just not gonna roll enough. 229. I think it's up the hill. Play a little bit of loft and try and take some stuff off of this. I don't know. I left it open. Can we get a kick to the left? We can. Gonna roll a good ways with the fast greens, but we're on here at least. Do not see break at the feet. So what I'll do, Skyline, is I'll pull it back and I'll flip the camera. And I'll just try and see, like, here, this is below my feet. Here, you can easily tell here it's below the feet. But I'll try and, like, double check it from both sides. And then obviously I can see that it's turning left to right at the cup. And then I'll just look up the hill and try and feel out the break through all of it. Come on, dude. It's a second lip out of this tournament, and we've had so many just close. Yeah, what's going on, Rev? I'm doing well. My day was chaotic. The AWS outages definitely affecting my work. There was lots and lots of just checking on our stuff and seeing if it was coming back on. So, good times. Oh, I push open. Oh, that is a terrible shot. How does that stick? No, I can't. I also just thought even with all this shape that it would... Okay, dude. Just get me out of here. Right to left up the hill. I mean, if we only come out of here with a bogey, then that would be great. Alright. Made a mess of that. Double crossed it and then just ended up in terrible swing plane position for every subsequent shot. I mean, that was the part that got us in trouble, was we just barely double crossed it and then ended up in a really, really bad spot for just the rest of it. Okay, so let's bring it back. Yeah, bring it back. Let's do something a little like this instead. Okay, that's better. This is round 3. This is round 3. We shot 10 under, 11 under. And by the way that I'm talking and acting about everything, you wouldn't think that we're close to the top of the leaderboard at all. Sirianni is somehow a better play caller than Petula, Andrew. It's scary, man. It's very, very, very stressful to watch. They gotta... I feel like they figure things out at times, and then other times it's like, what was that? So hopefully more consistency is on the cards. I really thought with wind at the back that was going to go further, but I guess we were just that in between. Or it's because I underswung the rhythm. If I like hit then like 1% over, we would have been in a better spot. Ever play for money? No. No, I don't play for money. Not really my thing. I know where I stand in things. I'd probably lose money. I'm just not a gambler, even on things that I feel fairly confident in myself. Mad money off of TGC. Yeah. The virtual millions. The virtual millions, for sure. It is funny when people think that those, the numbers on the website are like actual payouts that people get. It's like, TGC is not a Saudi-backed league. It's also just one of those situations where like, as soon as you put money, like actual money, like the likelihood of cheating and stuff goes way up. Yeah, when you're playing for nothing but like bragging rights in the sake of competition, keeps things definitely a lot more in check. Best player in this game? I would say right now, Woe. I think Woe has been for quite some time now. Why'd that turn over so much to the left? I do play in real life, Chuck. Not a lot and not very well, but I do play. I'm gonna go play 9 tomorrow, actually. Stand a chance against it? I mean, in match play, I think anybody stands a chance. But, yeah, that's the thing. I would say, like, he's world rank number 1. I think I've fallen to, like, 22. I think he takes most rounds against me. Even though we're not that far apart. I think a lot of that has to do with my inconsistencies putting. Like that. Like that. Bring the leaf blower, Skyline. Yeah, I think the course that we're playing is, I think it's more fur than leaves. Although I'm sure it'll all of a sudden be that I am completely misremembering when I show up to the course tomorrow. I'm like, huh, this is more leaf than I remember. I've only played there one time. Oh wow, I was so inside on that swing. We were right on line, but what was that? Come on, you gotta give it a chance. I'm just playing like 9 holes at an 18-hole course because I'm gonna play after work, so probably get out like 3:45, play 9 before dinner. Largely just not enough time to play 18, and it is way easier on both of our wives if we just play 9. Am I still gonna be off the fairway left? No, we actually hold it this time. Course that I've always wanted to play. I'm not at that point in my golfing career. Like, I'm at the point where I'd rather play good golf than play a specific course. Get up, left, go in. Ah, it kicked too hard left. Pretty good shot. Little left to righter here. 17 over last weekend? Get in there. Yeah, I'm hoping I can just get it in the 40s tomorrow. I think I'd be happy with that. I mean, obviously closer to 45 would be better. But I'm in my swing, I'm just so inconsistent. Like, that's a big part of the problem. It's low. Ah, man. Just can't catch a break with the flat stick. Average round for me, so I'm a 26 handicap. So, like, I shot 95 last time out because, like, my swing was together and my short game was terrible. But I'm also very susceptible to playing, you know, up closer to 110. You know, I just don't have a lot of rounds under my belt overall. I pushed it. How? What? How's the wind not playing in on my face? How am I losing? So it's gonna come off of this right-hand turn and then start going and feeding right to left. I gotta play it out further. Ran out of steam. Good putt. Right now, I'm not gonna. I live in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. I'm not gonna dox myself. Putting definitely the separator this week? Yeah. I mean, putting is the separator on most weeks, I would say. The rough, kill it. Oh no, I got too far. Just barely got past. You're in Illinois, Chuck? Very nice. I've never been to Illinois, but my best friend moved a number of years ago to the Chicago suburbs, so I'm sure at some point I'll be out there. The smart play is to hit a super flop. How downhill is this foot? Overswung it. That's not good. How do I just, whatever, man. Feel like I underswing all of them except for the one that's downhill. Nemacolin, I have not. I have not. Yeah, I don't know. It's been just, this has just been a weird tournament. Like, we did hit that one eagle hole out, but that brought a smile to my face for a few minutes. But I've been not the most enthused this week, which makes me a little bit nervous for Platt. But a little bit of extra oomph. Try and throw it back there a little more. Can't stop sneezing and blame me. Catherine, allergies are not contagious. Allergies are not contagious. You cannot blame me for that. Weekly occurrence, it seems, Debra. I mean, I gotta keep the content train rolling to some extent, right? If I didn't hole out, what else would I do? That it's not allergies? Well, I had it for like 2.5 weeks. And Claritin helped it, so that sounds like allergies to me. Just saying, what else would make sense? Maybe that just happens to be a symptom you're getting from whatever sickness you've got. What button to change camera? So if you click the stick that you aim with. Now, I have putting and approach cameras on, but it still works from behind the golfer. So, like, I swing left stick, so if you click in the right stick, it'll cycle through. Or left stick click if you swing with the right. Super delayed reaction? I don't know what to tell you. He got a flu shot on Monday. I was sneezing for weeks prior. He got sick during the week. I got a slight bit of congestion, which is somehow counteracted my sneezing. I really don't understand any of it. There's a reason I didn't go into the medical fields. Nicest course I've played in Pennsylvania? I have played one course in Pennsylvania, or 2 courses in Pennsylvania. And they're both close to where I live, so cannot disclose. I can name the nicest course I played in Virginia. Raspberry Falls, or Raspberry Falls and Hunt Club. It's the first, it's either the first or it's the only Gary Player design course in Virginia. It's very nice, as one might expect. Gonna come up just short, isn't it? It's kind of the MO on these wedge shots. They just don't have enough oomph to get that last leg. Trying to play these shorter ones even with the break a little more aggressively. Oh no, I didn't get a hole out again. Well, that's kind of the thing that I do best. You know, I don't score overall well enough. Like I get up there, especially in Platt. I feel like the hole outs are going for the close shots as opposed to the smart placement shots. Yeah, I'm just trying to throw these things up there and give it as good of a run at going in the hole as I can. Hey, take it easy, Rev. Have a good one. Breaking away. Like Kelly Clarkson out here. Just break. Right? Is Kelly Clarkson the one that breaks away? Oh, it breaks the other way. That's really neat. I love that. Never making a Kelly Clarkson reference again. It ruined my putt. That's what makes me win. I've only won a handful of times. And those are the weeks that, like, my putting is working. I've never won on plat, though. $83, $92. It's not gonna get 14 yards, though. I gotta play this. I'm gonna take a little bit off of it. Wind's gonna take it over. Gotta be more out here. Decent line. I think it feeds right, though. Yeah. 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 Neat. Play your daughter's preschool? Well, my wife stays at home with our son. She does take him to, like, the library and stuff like that, but no preschool to blame around here. I feel like this putt at my feet is troublesome. I gotta chip it up the hill. I do gots to chip it up the hill. So it feels a little bit of violently below the feet. Oh, yeah, cool. Looks below the feet, plays straight as could be. Don't go anywhere, but I seem so tan. I go to the driving range sometimes. And even rarer, I go to golf. That's where I get most of my tan. That and also, you know, mowing my lawn. Typical typical suburban dad things. I guess not really suburban. I'm like semi. Probably more rural than suburban these days. Is that kind of tourney? Yeah, just one of those ones where it doesn't quite want to click or go your way all the time. Because I've definitely not had, like, my best approach game, but we've also just had it where we can't quite. All right, so I mean 9 under with the bogey on there, but you know, it's just like how many lip outs and those sorts of things that we got. Nice round there. Nice round there, man. That's a heck of a moving day. Does it get a win at Penn State again? Well, yeah. He got fired. I don't understand what we're trying to... That's your round 4 score? Alright, I gotta shoot 19. Nice, dude. That's a heck of a way to play at the end. There's no way that we're shooting 19 here. Absolutely not. But I've never felt once like I should be even close to the top of the leaderboard, so that makes me feel a little bit better. It's been a funky tournament. I mean, we just haven't been able to get anything going. We'll see what the stat line looks like. Because I gotta say, yeah, I know that. I'm not upset by it. He did a lot of good things for the program from just like when he picked up after Bill O'Brien, but I think we reached a point a few years after the 2016 Big Ten Championship that, you know, you kind of realize you got what you got, and I don't think we're ever getting quite to the end, or quite to the top of the mountain. So I'm not surprised, I'm not disappointed, but I'm also not, you know, I'm not upset with what he did for the program. I just don't think he should have been re-signed and given what he was given. But I don't know. It feels like you're trying to get a rise out of me, but I'm not like. Start by holding out my tee shot on 1. My tee shot? What? Names floating around yet? Yeah, I mean they're throwing all sorts of random things, Skyline. But like, people are throwing out Matt Rule. Penn State's not looking to rebuild. They're looking to win now, or in like the near future. So they're gonna be looking for any big name target they can get. We'll see what they end up doing, but their name is out there early. I think between the fan base and the interest in football and the boosters and everything, like I think it's a landing spot that a lot of coaches would desire. Be a lateral hire? Yeah, that's like okay, we're gonna get a different guy that has a record of rebuilding in his homegrown, like has ties. I think they're shooting for the moon. I don't think, Skyline, that Prime is the way, and I think if Prime comes, I think my wife might actually boycott Penn State football. All right, I will be back. I'll be back in 2 minutes. My wife will keep you guys company in the Twitch chat, all things Penn State football. You're in good hands. All right, BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. Urban Meyer, Nick Saban. I don't think those guys. I don't think those guys would come. I don't think those guys would come back. They're older coaches. They've been retired for a bit, and the NIL landscape has changed. Go get Kurt Signetti, even if the buyout just increased fivefold. I mean, you know that the Kurt Signetti re-signing was a reaction to what happened with Penn State's coaching. I think they fire Franklin, and then all of a sudden Indiana's like, okay, we gotta lock him in because his name's starting to float and stuff. The thing is, I have a hard time seeing those SEC guys leaving the SEC for a Big Ten team. High, normal, firm, moderate. Here, Belichick might be available. I've been realizing over the past number of years that I think it was Brady. I think it was Brady that was the big piece to their success, and not as much so Belichick. That is a big push. Oh my gosh, dude, the swings on this. Like, the misses on this have just been absolutely brutal. That's how you draw it up. Okay. Okay, I don't see it playing that strong, but I guess here we are. Okay, I didn't hold my first shot off the tee. Wouldn't see Signetti leaving for the SEC either. No, I think there are just certain teams, like certain coaches in certain divisions that like they play the style of football of that conference. You know? I think there are guys that know how to coach in the SEC, and there are guys that know how to coach in the Big Ten, and I don't think there's necessarily like the greatest overlap there. I aimed it back to the left because I didn't think it was gonna get there. Luke Fickell, I feel like I've heard that name, but I don't know off the top of my head. I think another name that they're throwing around is the Texas A&M coach, which I guess would make sense considering he's literally taken over that program from a similar situation, although Jimbo Fisher's buyout was even more substantial. That's gonna just miss short and low. Not a bad effort, but don't need pars. SEC hiring cycle is going to be wild. May see 3 to 5 jobs open. He's the Wisconsin coach. Well, what has Wisconsin done lately? Wisconsin hasn't... I feel like Wisconsin hasn't done much since back when the old coach was there. I forget what his name is. But like back when Penn State was in the, you know, the Big Ten title game against them in 2016. I feel like they had a little bit going after that, and then I don't know. I feel like it hasn't been much since. Trying to kick it left off of this fairway bit and run it up because I don't know what else to do. Wisconsin's a sexy NIL look? No, I don't think so. Like, I think whoever takes the Penn State job, like, the money and stuff is there. Like, I would think with the way that Penn State has performed over the past number of years, yes, they've come up short, but I would feel like with the fan base and the resources that it would be like a destination. Surprised that was an underswing. Buyouts, lump sums. I think it all depends on like contract and stuff. I think that's amateurized. From what I understand of Franklin's buyout is like if he gets paid less than a certain amount, then like Penn State owes him a certain amount of money. Otherwise, it's more so like on paper what they had, you know, what we may have thought originally when he signed such a big contract is maybe not as bad. I pushed it. Come down off of that hill. It's kind of been the big thing with these hills is like you get stuck on them and you're screwed. I didn't want it to come down that bad. I have not had any sort of luck with these holes. Oh, now I pulled it. That would have been so good. It's going to be wet instead. Nope, JK. Not wet, just... just in a really tough spot. I mean, that's where I should have. I just don't care anymore. This tournament, man, I can't buy anything. Should have been a cowboy. Should have learned to rope and ride. Riding my only on a cattle drive. Stealing the young girls' hearts. Just like Gene and Roy. Yeah, I know a little bit of country. Know a little bit. Has to look for a coaching commentary gig, and then if his pay is below a certain threshold that he that they only owe him like a certain amount of money. So there was definitely more CYA in that contract than the numbers lead on. Like, I think everybody looks at those contracts and are like, they're paying him this much, but you know, apparently they had it on a leash enough that like they paid him well to do well, but you know, if he didn't. Oh my gosh, man. It's like the third one that's done that. Well, I was trying to 103 it. Got shafted. Now the wind changed. Look at the difference. Both were 101s. If I don't finish, will I get punished? I'm just not having fun. I don't know. My interest in getting shafted has gone down substantially as the round has gone on. Nice. I love landing on the fringe and going way further than makes sense. It's my favorite. Yay. Wow, a birdie. Exciting. You want to see good golf? When does Hemo come on? Like 9 hours from now. Sorry, you're out of luck. Stuck with me. $21. Yeah. Throw some loft onto this sucker. Wow, another birdie. Woo, we're even par. Imagine that. Imagine playing par golf. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this headspace is. I don't know if this is just like just being over golf at the moment. I don't know what it is exactly, but I apologize. It's definitely not the most fun. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Don't play like you're well below my feet and actually go out to the right. A minus 29? Yeah. What about it? Actually, I think I'm one over. Must have had a double bogey on one of the holes. Nice. You fight this vibe after each missed putt in True Sim. Well, I don't think I started in the right... Like, I don't think I was in a good headspace to start. For one reason or another. I think I just, like, wasn't in as much of a golfing mood as I would like to be. And then... I mean, I guess it's better. I thought if I hit that diagonal freaking tree branch, I'm gonna have some conniptions. But, like, getting shafted on everything does not help. Outages at work didn't help. Well, yeah, AWS outages, and then... No, that didn't affect my mood. I think my mood was... I don't know. Talked about it a little bit, but, like... my self-assessment of me as a content creator. I'm very, very hard on myself. I don't know if you guys have realized this through the way that I play golf and talk about things. Very, very self-critical. Just give me the putt. Hit quad perfects, the 82%. Just give it to me, man. Give me the eagle. But I started to get, like, earlier today, I had a little bit of, like, the self-analysis, too, on, like, time spent. Like, I enjoy making the shorts and stuff for YouTube, but it is a weird kind of dichotomy of it's not that hard to make, but I started making daily shorts back, like, somewhere towards the start of the year, January, or I think in January. And I'm happy with how it's turned out. However, I don't, like, I put out clips of good shots, but, like, in my head, and also just, like, what the analytics show, like, unless it's a long shot that looks like it's gonna go in and just misses, or, like, it actually goes in, and the metrics show that, like, people don't care as much. And I also feel that way. I'm like, it's not... We hit a ton of shots that are close but no cigar. You know, not impressive to me, but maybe impressive to some. But, like, unless it's a hole-in-one or an albatross or a hole-out, like, not as big of a deal. Or, like, a crazy putt, what have you. And so, conversely, then there's, like, this time-cost equation then that starts to go on in my head. Where it's like, well, I spent 10 to 15 minutes doing that, and it made $1. So am I really valuing my time at, like, $4 to $5 an hour? Yeah, I start getting into, like, those sorts of conversations with myself. And then just, like, general trends of like what people watch and don't watch and what I enjoy and don't enjoy, and I think it just had me in like a funky headspace about streaming it as a whole. That makes sense. I know. It's weird what happens to your hobbies, basically. It's weird what happens to your hobbies when you start to... when you're also like a self-critical, competitive individual that wants to improve. I dodged, I think, just about every tree. Not sure how. You know, I was saying to my wife earlier, like, I think in an ideal world as a golf content creator, the best thing that I could have is that I love all sports video games. Last tree hit but may have helped. Yeah, but it gave me this hard kick to the right, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I was basically saying, like, I think ideally, like, if I was an all-around sports content creator, like, that'd be the most synergistic thing I could have, right? We play golf, and then other nights we play other sports because we talk about sports, and it's a lot of shared interest. You know, people that like golf games probably also are playing MLB and NHL and Madden and NCAA and stuff. But that's not me. You know, I've enjoyed those games in the past, but I don't play them now. And I'm also not like a big shooter, you know, guy. I don't play the FPSs and the battle royales, which are the other like popular big games. I like Souls games. I like that sort of thing. You know, as like a main thing, and then, you know, I'm realizing that I am also enjoying roguelites and stuff too. But the overlap isn't there, so then I get in this like just weird mental funk about what I play, and well, that doesn't do well, and like I don't want to be inauthentic. You know, in what I play, just for the sake of viewership, try and find about. I just get in like weird mental stuff, the stuff that's all behind the scenes that most people don't think about. But that's kind of the territory we live in. I've streamed for 9 and almost a half years at this point. Like, being stable on not growing, branching out is fine if they enjoy streaming what they stream. Well, it's like, I think it's just, I started streaming because it was like, I'm gonna play games anyway. But I've also done it for a very long time, so at certain points of sniffing success, you just start to like you start to grow expectations of like, oh, well, this is what it is. You know, and I inherently am somewhat, like, you guys see it with playing this game, someone who tries to push myself to do better. But doing better is such a weird thing in the content creation space. Very easy to get, you know, muddled and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know. It's just an odd thing. Because it's very easy then too to just, you know, you look at numbers, look at how streams perform, and it's like, wow, nobody watched that. And it's because it feels like nobody by comparison to like normal content. So then you kind of start going down that mental rabbit hole of like, well, I guess I'm just not that interesting, which probably is the case. If we're being completely through this pin. We're being completely unbiased. It is probably the case that I'm actually not that interesting. I'm more of a, and I recognize this, I'm more of a skill and educational stream. That is, at least that's how I feel like I am perceived. And so, you know, I've kind of lost the touch of conversation most of the time. Not saying fully, because obviously we were just talking about football and stuff, but I think there's a lot of expectation of just sitting, hearing golf, talking golf. That is it. And so it makes it hard then to transition to other things, because it's like, well, he's not playing golf, therefore we're not talking about golf. I'll watch someone play golf. You know, the personality side of it is dead. You can just die in a hole ball. Pivot to Kelly Clarkson karaoke? I don't think anybody actually wants that. Probably not one for continue. Right, like I'll pull up the graphs, D-Brad. We can go a little bit deeper into it. It's the spikes of success, and then it dwindles, and obviously there's me changing things up in the midst of it, but peaks and valleys, like my hairline. Yeah, it's one of those, like, it started as enjoyment just for the sake of like having people, and like I still do, but it's really hard to get the demons out, so to speak. Low again, because why not? Just, I swear we were like high for so much on the first rounds, and then whatever. I've been mentally checked out for 4 rounds. It is what it is. R5 finisher, let's hit an Albie and go home. I left it open, it's gone. It's lost in a lot of gaming these days. Well, it's like a weird thing of like I said, it's all the mental of like taking in the success of streaming as opposed to just the, you know, the enjoyment of what you're playing. I've been having a great time playing Mega Bonk, but then it's like at the end of the day, like I look back at it, I'm like, you know, I start to do the comparison of like it's, yeah, it's just, it's hard to get out of it. It's really hard to get out of that mental cycle. I don't know. This one's not going to turn. Oh, there's the high side miss. All right, it's over. Let's pull up the graphs. Nice shooting there, man. 17 under. ridiculous. But you gotta have your mind in it and make some putts. I mean, I just got it was just a terrible time on the putting surface. 16-foot proximity, 57, 20 and a half. Bogey. 2 bogeys and a double. Yeah, I mean... Anywho. That's, we'll wrap up the YouTube stream there. If you want to stick around, we're gonna run through some graphs and stuff on Twitch. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll be streaming tomorrow. The Mariners lost. Oh no, man. Good to see you, Savage Soldier. Yeah, we're wrapping up the YouTube right now. Not the greatest golfing headspace. We did all right. Really flubbed at the last rounds there. All right, bye YouTube.